today we're going to be working on floating in the bathtub, and so I have my little 4-month-old here with me to work on our skills. I start by putting just a couple of inches in the water, enough that when they lean back, they've got water in their ears, and I let them get used to being on their back, just like this. And so once they're happy in this position, you can do what we did with the cup and practice putting some water on their hair, or you can practice putting it on their face a little bit if you want. Good job. Good job. And then after they're mostly happy in this position, I like to add some water so that they're not just lying on the bottom of the bathtub. Now that we've added water to the bathtub, we want to let them practice floating on their back. So I like to hold them under their back and their head, and we're trying to let them practice being in the water on their back. If they're comfortable, if they're not fighting you, then you can move your hands away from their back a little bit so that their legs are more unsupported. You can also move your hands closer to their bottom so that their head is less supported. Good job. You may see that they push their face into the water like she just did, and that's okay. They'll do that sometimes. Just pick them back up and tell them they did a good job. Yeah. We're just trying to let them get used to being on their back in the water. And the more you practice, the more comfortable they will get with this skill, for sure. Good job. And so we're working on this in the bathtub before we go to the pool, so that whenever we get to the pool, they're ready to go. Some parents may find that it's easier to get in the bathtub with them rather than trying to do it from outside of the bathtub. And that's just a personal preference. Completely up to you. Good job. If you feel like they're ready, you can let go of them. And they may or may not float. And if they don't float, then just pick them back up. Oh, good try, sister. So we're just trying to work on letting them float on their back in the bathtub. And if they're tired of doing it, then you can just stop and say, "You did such a good job. Really good." But main goal is letting them practice getting their ears in the water, get used to just being on their back in the water. So hopefully that helps you with floating on your back in the bathtub. Thanks for watching.